Sarah Flounders, the co-director of International Action Center and a member of coordinating committee of the Hands Off Coalition.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here today and speaking for the Hands Off Syria Coalition. Just to say, on my own previous trips to Syria, the most difficult thing is to come back to the United States with a message on the role of the U.S. war and the way in which the United States has instigated through many criminal alliances this war on Syria, this effort to completely destroy Syria. And so the formation of the Hands Off Syria Coalition is a huge step forward in building a common understanding within the political movement in the United States of the causes of the war, the reason for the war, and the way toward peace. We're especially honored that Eva Bartlett, a Canadian journalist, and today so appropriate with what's the developments in the General Assembly, that a Canadian journalist is here to respond. The Hands Off Syria Coalition is a continuing effort to develop this basic political unity and an understanding of the massively destructive war in Syria and the way forward. And as Dr. Baumann was explaining, the 10-city tour is another step. The thousands of signers of this statement and the hundreds of organizations in the United States and internationally have signed on to what is called an urgent message for peace on the eve of wider war. And they have endorsed points of unity that I'll just raise briefly. The statement opens by focusing on the U.S. role. It says, "We raise our voices against the violence of war and the enormous pressure of war propaganda, the lies and hidden agendas that are used to justify this war and every past U.S. war. We commit to working together to help achieve 4 very basic demands. 1, an immediate end to the U.S. policy of forced regime change in Syria, including respect for the independence and territorial integrity of Syria. 2, an immediate end to all foreign aggression against Syria. 3, an immediate end to all military, financial, logistical, and intelligence support by the United States, NATO, and their regional allies to all foreign mercenaries and extremists in the Middle East region. And 4, an immediate end to the economic sanctions against Syria." This policy, the statement goes on to say that this policy of regime change in Syria is illegal and is a clear violation of the United Nations Charter, the letter and spirit of international law, and the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a very important thing to remember on the very eve of Human Rights Day. But the most important point of this unity, the hundreds of organizations who've signed, the thousands of individual signers, is a statement, and coming from here in the United States, an important reminder that it's not our business to support or oppose President Assad or the Syrian government. Only the Syrian people have a right to decide the legitimacy of their government. Only the people of Syria have the inalienable right to choose their leaders and determine the character of their government, free from foreign intervention. So with that, we go forward both in the tours, in the visibility, in the petitions, in the statements, calling for unity, calling for peace, and calling for the right of the Syrian people to their own government, free of foreign intervention. Thank you.